You wake up, but something feels heavy. Not your body, your spirit. That dull ache of mediocrity creeps in again. You've been moving through life like a shadow, waiting for the world to give you permission to become who you already know you could be. But here's the truth. No one's coming. No one will anoint you, hand you power, or whisper that you are worthy. The world doesn't kneel for the man who hesitates. It only recognizes the one who acts as if he belongs. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." That's your call to arms. Not tomorrow, not when you feel ready, now. Because every moment you play small, you train yourself to stay invisible. And invisibility is death to a man's spirit. Act as if you are the best, not out of arrogance, but alignment. Because when you move with certainty, the universe mirrors your conviction. You become a storm contained within calm. This is not about pretending, it's about remembering who you are, what you're capable of, and what you've refused to claim. Finally, stop waiting. Start becoming. You felt it, haven't you? That quiet humiliation of being overlooked, when you speak and no one listens, when your effort goes unseen, when your silence is mistaken for weakness. You tell yourself you're being humble, patient, understanding. But inside, resentment festers like rust on steel. You watch others, louder, bolder, less capable, take the place that should have been yours. And deep down you know why. Because somewhere along the way, you started asking for permission to exist. You softened your words to be liked. You shrunk your posture to be accepted. You diluted your fire so others wouldn't feel small beside your light. And for what? Approval that never came. Respect that was never earned. I know this because you're not the only one. Every man who has ever awakened to his own potential first lived through this silent war between who he is and who he has been pretending to be. There comes a moment, quiet, brutal, inevitable, when you look in the mirror and see not the man you were meant to become, but the version you've tolerated. That moment hurts, but it's also sacred, because pain is a signal, the reminder that you've outgrown the life that no longer fits you. And from that breaking point forward, you either stay invisible, or you act as if you're already who you were meant to be. The Stoics understood something that modern men have forgotten. The world doesn't shape you, your perception does. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That's the root of acting as if you are the best. It's not a performance, it's discipline, the command of perception. When you act with conviction before results appear, you're declaring mastery over yourself. You see, weakness begins in thought. You tell yourself you're not ready, not worthy, not good enough. That internal monologue becomes a chain, invisible, but unbreakable to those who never question it. The Stoic path begins when you stop asking, "Am I capable?" and start saying, "Let's find out." Seneca warned, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult." When you step into confidence, you make the world bend around your will. You change the gravity of your presence. Epictetus taught that no man is free who is a slave to opinion. When you live waiting for validation, you build your identity on sand, unstable, fragile, temporary. Acting as if you are the best is about rebuilding it on stone. Clarity, self-command, and composure. The Stoic doesn't pretend he's as perfect. He simply refuses to be ruled by fear. He wears confidence not as ego, but as armor. Every gesture, tone, and silence becomes a signal to himself. I am in control. Not because the world bows to him, but because he no longer bows to it. Understand this. True dominance is not loud. It's quiet, controlled, centered. The most powerful man in any room doesn't need to prove it. His presence does. When you embody that energy, calm under pressure, unwavering in uncertainty, people feel it. They may not know why, but they start treating you differently. Opportunities appear, respect follows. Not because you demanded it, but because you projected it. And that is the Stoic paradox. You don't act confident because you have proof. You gain proof because you acted confident. You become by behaving as though you already are. Stop waiting for validation. Stop negotiating with your self-doubt. Stop playing small. Confidence isn't a gift. It's a posture, a daily ritual of dominance over hesitation. Here's how you live it. 1. Command your posture. Before you speak, before words leave your mouth, your body already speaks for you. Stand tall, shoulders back, eyes steady. You don't need to be aggressive. You need to be anchored. Epictetus said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." When your body mirrors the man you intend to be, your mind follows. People sense control before they hear it. 2. Speak less. Mean more. Stop explaining yourself. The weak man talks to be understood. The strong man speaks to declare truth. When you speak with precision, few words, calm delivery, you radiate certainty. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." Power hides in restraint. 3. Detach from approval. Seek alignment, not validation. Most men chase applause because they've never stood in silence with themselves. Detachment is power. You act according to principle, not reaction. Seneca wrote, "He who is brave is free." Freedom begins when you stop needing to be liked. From that stillness, you become dangerous, untouchable by gossip, praise, or rejection. 4. Rehearse greatness in private. Before the world recognizes you, you must first recognize yourself. Practice the behaviors of excellence, even when no one watches. Wake early. Train your mind. Refine your craft. Dress like you respect your own potential. The Stoic doesn't wait for the crown. He becomes king in his conduct long before he's crowned. The mirror becomes his battlefield. 5. Walk into chaos. Calmly. The test of acting as if you are the best comes in the storm. When insulted, stay composed. When doubted, stay consistent. When ignored, stay disciplined. The man who remains calm under pressure becomes magnetic. Marcus Aurelius said, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but your estimate of it." Learn to lower the emotional temperature, and you'll raise your dominance in every room. Every moment is training. Every silence is a weapon. Every challenge is an opportunity to act as if, not to fake, but to forge. There's a moment every man faces when he realizes no one is coming to save him. No mentor, no miracle, no applause. Just the quiet echo of his own potential asking, "Are you ready yet?" This is that moment, right now. You've been waiting for a sign, a nod, a validation that you were enough. But the Stoic truth is brutal and freeing. You were always enough. You just stopped acting like it. Marcus Aurelius didn't wait to feel like an emperor before ruling Rome. Epictetus didn't wait to be free before thinking like a philosopher. Seneca didn't wait for peace. He built it within chaos. You want respect? Act like the man who deserves it. You want mastery? Carry yourself like you've already earned it. You want peace? Behave as if it's already yours. Every time you walk, speak, or think, the world adjusts to the standard you project. So stop dimming your fire to fit small rooms. Let the silence announce your strength. Let your presence replace your words. Act as if you are the best, not to impress others, but to awaken yourself. Because the man who acts becomes. And if this message hit you, don't just scroll away. Reflect, share it, comment what part struck you the most, and subscribe to Timeless Stoic Mind, where we forge power, peace, and purpose through philosophy. The time for waiting is over. Now act.